Hello! In part 1 of What is GIS, we defined the acronym GIS as Geographic Information Systems and defined GIS as computer-based systems designed to capture, store, manipulate, analyze, manage, and display all types of geographic data. If you recall from that lecture, their name reveals that GIS are information systems, or networks of hardware and software that are used by people and organizations all over the world to collect, create, process, and distribute geographic data. In this lecture, we are going to see that GIS is more than just software. It involves multiple interrelated components that combine to enable powerful spatial analysis, management of large data sets, and the display of information in both map and graphical form. There are 5 components of GIS that we are going to talk about today: hardware, software, data, methods and procedures, and finally, people. When we use the term hardware with GIS, we are referring to the computer and any peripherals such as laptops, field tablets, printers, GPS units, scanners, plotters, or any other equipment on which GIS operates. Computers acting as the hardware aspect of a GIS may be functioning as a standalone desktop machine, or they may be integrated into a larger network to allow sharing of data and other aspects. GIS is a general term. It is not software specific. While historically the most widely used GIS software has been the ArcGIS suite of products from the company Esri, there are many emerging and open source GIS software platforms from which to choose. The important thing is to remember is that once you learn the underlying concepts of GIS, switching between different software platforms is no different than, say, driving a different type of car made by a different manufacturer. The features, such as the lights and the windshield wiper controls, may be located in a different spot, but functionally those features work exactly the same as they would in any other car. The same is true for GIS functionality. Once you learn to drive, you can operate a range of different types of cars, and once you learn GIS, you can operate a range of different software platforms. GIS software provides the functions and tools needed to store, analyze, manage, and display the different types of data. The third component, data, is one of the most important components of GIS. Without data, we have nothing to store, manage, analyze, or display. There are lots of different ways to create or obtain GIS data. Many government agencies, such as the U.S. Geologic Survey, the U.S. Census Bureau, and the U.S. Forest Service, create and maintain GIS data sets that are freely available to the public. However, it is also possible to create your own data, either through digitizing existing maps or through means such as capturing features with a GPS unit. No matter which method you use, GIS data typically fit into one of 2 types. They are either vector data or raster data. We will spend considerable time discussing these 2 specific data types in future videos. Along with data, it's helpful to mention the federal data standards. The National Spatial Data Infrastructure is the technology, policies, standards, and human resources necessary to acquire, process, store, distribute, and improve the utilization of geospatial data. We try to follow these federal data standards whenever we are creating new geographic data. The fourth component of GIS are the methods and procedures. These are the plans and workflows designed to provide guidance on how the technology is being applied. We will focus much more throughout the term on these methods and procedures. Lastly, we have people. Without people to manage the hardware and software, create and organize data, develop methods and procedures for analyzing data, and administering the organizational aspects of GIS, it's of little value to us. GIS users range from highly skilled technical specialists to software developers to the range of people working in various industries that use the technology, such as government, planning, resource management, and market analysis, to name just a few. So, to recap, the 5 components of GIS are the hardware, software, data, methods and procedures, and people. Next lecture, we'll delve into the data component specifically and look at how GIS stores different types of spatial data. See you next time.